You're listening to the Pursuing Alpha podcast, hosted by Charles Brandon Snyder.
There. And I think it's also dying a little bit in our culture. And it scares me to a certain degree because everybody now is a TikToker, a podcaster, and owning their own little business. And I will say it's getting harder and harder to get people to work for you. Mm-hmm. And I think that's been a trend for a long time. I saw a stat, and I know I'm rambling on here, but I think it's really important. But I saw a stat that said 7 million, like nobody, and world famous economist said, we don't need to pay attention to the employee rate anymore. It's a false something that we used to pay attention to in World War II. Now, as a firm, we have to pay attention to that, right? So, but now the thing that a lot of guys are paying attention as economists are paying attention to the working class 24 to 50 and the people that are refusing to go to work. That is the biggest hole or gap. And when that increases or decreases, you can see expansion or compression inside of the economy. And because a lot of people just are, hey, I'll just go, since COVID, I'll just work on the government to give me a handout. Who cares? And they just don't go back to work. And they're working age people that refuse to go to work. And that's actually becoming a model that we're looking at from a company-wide standpoint. But
well, we see it because not only do they not want to go back to work, they definitely don't want to come run a shovel, and that's our whole business is running a shovel. And then when you get them out here, they're like, I'm not doing this for, $15, $20 an hour. You asked me to sweep this thing or shovel this or clean out a ditch that's 400 feet long, and we did it for, whatever. Yeah, that's one of the hardest things that we have to face.
do you see technology coming in and replacing some of this? Have you seen the automatic bricklayer deal?
Yeah, I've seen some of that stuff.
They're saying it's like amazing, but it only works on like very straight line, very simple stuff, but it's going to improve. Elon Musk is talking about his robot that's coming out that is in the news this week for hurting somebody, but I'm a big advocate of that technology.
Yeah.
Do you see it in your business?
Some, for us, Ditch Witch came out with a little ride-on mini skid steer is what it is. And when I got one of those, I basically myself now I can ditch, and then I take the ditcher off, attachment, put a bucket on, grade it out, and I can do all that stuff on that machine. And
half the time?
Yes, just by myself. The rest of the time we had a ditcher, and we still clean it out. Now, there's still a lot of handwork that has to be done, but I can do all the grade on that by myself. When we had 10 guys on a rake, and now we're scooping up, and so
a lot less back brake work.
Yeah, with that machine, you basically can eliminate some people. And then when you get real good at it, you definitely can. I can go do a lot of stuff. Me and that machine and 3 shovels, I can pretty much go do a whole job. So that part of the technology I think and it's getting constantly better in the machinery that we have. So
that's technology is coming in. I've seen it in ag. We do a lot of stuff in ag, and we had Jeff Miller on, which is an incredible person. I love Jeff. And he's very what they call precision ag, where they're doing GPS to actually make sure that every single row of every single row crop farming is exactly perfect. Every seed's accounted for. The efficiencies inside of row crop farming is amazing. And I just always ask guys in different industries, how is technology going to change and make it better? But is it eliminating jobs? And I think it's going to. But I think there's those jobs. Are you seeing more people get into your industry? Or are you seeing more people that?
Ooh, that's actually a good question because, I do most of the irrigation, so that's that industry I know a little bit more about. We have a shortage of licensed irrigators in the state of Texas. That number is going down, and so that's one of the reasons I'm trying to learn now, spend more time teaching this because we need more people that know what I know coming up and learning this stuff. And but then even on the technology, the brands are coming out with all kinds of newer controllers. You can do more 2-wire type stuff, and so that's eliminating some of the hassle, just on the materials side too.